Alright, 8:40 a.m. 1/9/2019. um, I think I'm gonna go to urgent care today to try and get a checkup earlier than my primary care on the 28th. I want to get my lungs checked out. I'm starting to puke this often, or get close to puking so damn often yesterday. Couldn't barely eat anything without my nausea trying to force it back up. Cough has been there for a while now. And it's dry. There's no phlegm or anything, and it definitely increases nausea when I cough. So I'd like to get an X-ray of that. So I'm thinking about just dropping down to the local urgent care access. Luckily, happens to cover that, but trips to the urgent care, which would allow me to be referred to X-ray technician somewhere, I'm sure. And, or not, instead give that to my non-existent doctor that I haven't seen yet, who, if I can't get some sort of an X-ray going, scheduled or something for both my stomach and my chest, check out my heart too, maybe, I don't know. It's starting to become kind of dangerous. I'm losing energy, losing sleep. Need to get those things back. It does feel like I can breathe better, but it definitely feels like there's this weird blank spot in my right side. It's just, not taking anything in. Now I just thought it was just an excess amount of mucus or something, but I think it might be a good idea to get it checked out. Could be something random. While I was eating, I accidentally inhaled and it's just lodged in there, festering around. Because I do have issues with swallowing while I'm eating, or at least I did previously. It's not as much anymore, but it's still there. There are definitely moments where I'm like, I'm gonna die! Okay, I swallowed it. This is me. This is the end right here. Got it through. I'm getting major stomach cramps. My stomach's in a lot of pain. Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't really have much else to say about anything. Um, Eventually, I'll figure something out today, eventually. Um, Yeah. Just want to wake up right now. But would love to just. There's an urgent care literally on Dobson and Guadalupe that I can just go to. I just don't remember when it opens up. I'll have to look that up. Yeah, I don't know. Something's keeping me going. But man, do I feel like death again. It's not pleasant at all, man. Even a little bit. Yeah, I'm sitting here just barely aware of my surroundings. Like, I woke up, I'm definitely awake. Definitely can't go back to bed. Don't know why. Don't even know when I fell asleep. Completely. Didn't listen to my self-hypnosis last night and more or less just tried to dream. Here's the thing. There's a reason why I like cannabis. It gets rid of my dreams. I don't like my dreams. Not because, oh, they're so terrible. Oh, they're the worst kind of dreams in the world. No, for me, they're hyper-realistic. I suffered from hyper-realistic dreams since I was a kid. And, could genuinely wake up feeling aches and pains from stuff that I did in my dreams. So yes, I don't like my dreams, especially after there was a good long period there where I didn't really have control over them. And well, I shouldn't say I didn't have control, it's hard to, it took me a while to get to learning when I was in a dream. But then there hit a point where that was no longer a thing, and it just sort of turned into me waking up into another reality, then waking up into this reality, and I literally couldn't tell what was going on. It's a continuation of both the dream, when I would fall asleep or wake up, depending on how you look at it. And it wouldn't be like me just suddenly appearing in something. I would wake up in a bed, in the dream, go throughout my entire day, and I don't want to get too much into it, but there's a lot of messed up shit that went down, and for a good about half a year of this constant struggling and fighting, both in real life and in this dream, it just became almost impossible to function, and that was my first mental break in a while. My first disassociation with reality in a long time, not since I was a child, knowing the feeling since having it recently. So, I was only in 8th grade, I think, but man, if I wasn't, I understand that dreams aren't the same, but for me, it was practically reality. There really wasn't much difference between, the only reason why it stopped was because it just, for some reason, didn't happen again that night. That was literally the only reason. Like, if it kept on going, I wouldn't be here. I just stopped and I went, oh my god, I can't believe. And like snap back to reality. It's very nice. It was very needed. Yeah. Other than that, I haven't really liked dreaming. People like dreams, but for me, it's an extremely intense experience that can sometimes leave me feeling worse after I wake up. Depending on what happens. And, in general, just doesn't really seem to do much for me. So I like the fact that my medicinal cannabis and some of my other supplements seem to stop myself from dreaming, although seems to be a good combination of both my like supplements, but and the cannabis, but also like when I decide to wear my earbuds and listen to my self-hypnosis while I try and sleep, it's a bit different. I've noticed. So yes, dreams can pop up when I don't listen to that stuff. I was lucky in that I don't think too much did. Um, it's going to be something else. The thing is that, like, it probably sounds okay in my lungs, truthfully. It really probably does. But with the symptoms I've been having, I would have, damn, I want to get this checked out sooner rather than later. Waiting until, waiting until the end of this month for my primary care. Even then, like, I'll have to explain everything that's going on that I want. I said basic labs, but no. I want a fucking chest x-ray, I want an echocardiogram, and I want a fucking stomach x-ray. You know, I need my guts checked out too here. Yeah, it needs to be done, but that's not even until literally like the last damn week of the month. So might as well try and get something going early so that way I could, if something is there, I can get treatment. I just now feel paranoid because I feel like if there was something there, people might try and hide it because they don't like me or because there's some grand conspiracy or whatever the case is. And I'd have to go to so many other different doctors till eventually I get someone that isn't a part of that system, and I might actually get treated. Of course, by then I might die, so, I mean, that was the whole point, right? Failsafe for me to get killed over time so I wouldn't be able to do anything. Granted, that's my paranoia and delusion talking. Could just be many different things going on. if it does so happen that I have something going on with my lungs, it'll be dealt with accordingly. But if it's cancer, well, we'll see. But yeah, lung cancer is notoriously hard to get rid of permanently. So they might just take a chunk out of my damn thing and see what they can do to get rid of it from spreading. Chemotherapy or standard herbs to help along with symptoms of chemotherapy and radiation. Got myself thinking about cancer because of that damn advertisement. Reality, it could be something else entirely. I could just have like an abnormal flu or something that's just stuck in my stomach. You know what I mean? Like, it's really not impossible for this to not be something else. So, gotta get checked out. Put my worries aside. Deal with it accordingly. I have a feeling that if it is cancer, I don't know how much I would really be willing to put much of a fight into it. I haven't built anything up to be torn down, so to speak. So I wouldn't know really what I was fighting for. But I still would. I'm losing myself, man. Every day feels like a little bit of me is gone. It was nice having the initial mood boost of everything going on with the cannabis and the host defense thing. Lion's mane is mushroom. But I'm kind of back more or less to square one. Actually kind of feeling like all the shit that was going on in the past that I was experiencing, but now without all the mental stuff that's going on. Like, yeah, sure, certain mental things might be going on, but by no way, shape, or form it's to the same degree or even the same amount that was going on in 2017. And then there's also the fact that instead of all the symptoms and everything being everywhere around my body and all these things and everything's going on, feels more like it's targeted. So, yeah, I think I'll have to do that. It's just up the road. Let's see here. Yeah, Manor Urgent Care. I should be able to. When's it open? 8 to 9 p.m. Okay. So I'm done with this. I think I'll just go down there. Do I need to schedule an appointment? Or are walk-ins available? It's fine. Um, yeah, I'm starting to get some stomach pain again already. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's, oof. Oof, 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 pain, 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 ow. That's what it feels like again. It's like the nerve endings that were attached to it are finally repairing themselves, and instead of not feeling the pain anymore, I'm like, oh, no, that's definitely a problem. I should address that. Um, yeah, I think I'm just gonna head on out now. This has been good enough. It is now 4:11 p.m. Feels like basically I broke up with my delusions. And I gotta say, kind of feels nice. Like this constant pressure of trying to make something work that simply wasn't even real to start with. Me believing in some weird thing. Who knows? Maybe it really was real. Maybe there really was someone on the other end pulling all these strings behind the scene, making moves nobody can comprehend, directing, pushing, coming up with their own things. I do wish the best for that person. Or persons. And I do hope they won't do anything to me. But yeah, I'm on a different path, I guess now. I don't want something long distance. I don't want anything. If I meet someone, it'll happen organically, or maybe when I finally feel a little nicer in the head, have some self-confidence and self-worth, instead of trying to put it all on somebody else to make it an actual thing. I feel like shit that I decided to put so many fail-safes together in the mind of an individual through hypnosis just to control them a little more because of my own insecurities and fucking craziness. Truthfully, if there was somebody that showed up, I'm sorry that you got caught up in my whirlwind of bullshit and that my life is not so great. You got to see some of the embarrassing things that go down, mental health facilities and everything else. It hurts a lot more than I want to admit. Because on one hand, it's like three different things. Like my brain's like, oh, it's all fake. Yes, but my brain also goes, yes, but you still felt what you felt. And then there's also the idea that it's like, then I did these things while I was under all this other stuff going on, which doesn't, it explains stuff, but it will never, for me, make up for it, or in any way, shape, or form. Those that want to stick around and watch the tire fire or dumpster fire that is my life, go for it. If there is somebody there on the other end, I'm not going to stop you. Like I say, you'd probably do better trying to work on your own life than looking at mine. I know that people want help. I know that I wanted help, but it's something I have to do. By myself currently. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll actually meet this person that doesn't exist. Wouldn't that be funny? No knowledge of it ever happening, clicking on a level I've never seen before, trusting in someone. I suppose I'll always have that fear in me now. There's somebody out there that did this, or people's out there that did this. And, they just want to rope me up. And it's not about love, it's about just taking me, using me. There's nothing real to it at all. That's what it felt like towards the end there. All it felt like was me being used to further someone else's plans. I don't want to hurt anybody, but at the same time, I'm like, I kind of have to also sort of speak up for myself. I know you don't want to get hurt, but there are things that I need and want out of a relationship. I need the person to be in front of me. I need myself to get my ass out to be able to do it. It could be a year. If it could be longer, I might never get to that point and trust people again. To that degree, you might have me as a basic friend, but they'll never actually know me. Unfortunately, that's just how it is currently. Constantly backtracking into secrecy, always wondering what's going to happen down the line with somebody. Am I going to push too far? Are they going to hurt me? I'm fucking 27. I'm a virgin. Damn near proud of it, too. You can't have this shit. Too good for you. I know my self-worth. Do you? Waving around some assets, thinking you're so big with them breasts. Have a weave so damn nice. Everything so fake like ice. Cubic zirconium. No, it's crystals. I told you. Uh-huh. So hard, you say, so crushed every day. Neither wanting to admit past mistakes. I'm willing to be the bigger man and say, no, I did what I did, and it's not healthy for me to ever, right now at least, be in a relationship. Especially not with someone else who has their own issues to deal with. rock solid steady like diamond. Too bad that then they want to get inside. And I always have so many surprises in store waiting, ambushing. Just me alone, blowing up, going home, creating disasters everywhere I turn. Feels like yet another burn. What do I do? What do I say? Other than I'm sorry, and I'm working on myself as best I can. I hope the best for you moving forward. I hope the best for everybody moving forward. But I gotta focus on reality. It's taxing. It's so nice to be in a fantasy world where everything's just so nice. Or stressful, but at least it's important. And it feels like you're doing something for the world, as if you're not nothing. You suddenly have this worth again. You're pushing. You have this thing behind you to back you up. And then it goes away, and you're left with nothing. So fleeting, those feelings of joy. So strong and lasting, those feelings of pain and despair. Everybody wanting to be angry because they all want to blame. There's no blame, man. Gotta realize both parties were doing the best they can with the information they had. Neither really knowing how to deal with this thing that, quite frankly, they've never even thought of entering their life before. Brand new, spanking. So fresh, vibrant. Wildfire sparked, brilliant. New test. New secrets. New words. And then it all feels like turds. You start arguing. Everybody has to be right. At least a little bit, because that's what it means to be in an argument. Let's not work on something. You just do as I say, as you're told. Unfortunately, it's been taught to us. Don't listen. Use aggression. I'm afraid I made many people die. I'm afraid I made many people rich, both of whom shouldn't have happened. Now I've released their evil on this world and snuffed out the good light that was these people. What do I do, man? What do I say? It's all inconvenient anyways. Feeling like the walls close in as your heart opens. Deep pockets of pain seeping through, staining the very thing you're trying to do. Evermore lost in your train of thoughts, wishing it would all just stop. It'll come back to you. You work hard, right? That's what they say. But the reality is so much different. You gotta work your ass off just to find barely a solution. At best, it's a masking of the symptoms. Then you charge forward, heedless of the caution you must place in front of yourself, because you want action. Need this change, you say, but then you dance around the flames until you can't get up again. And then, oh, those pains, aches, damages done. No more steak. No more. No more. You will live with that pain for the rest of your life, even if you confront it. Run from it. Hide from it. Do you use it? Do you lose it? Some combination? The world says adapt and overcome. But what if adapting becomes something you want undone? Anger and pain, this psychopath nature coming through, trying to pretend that it's all okay, that she doesn't hurt you. And then one day you wake up an empty vessel, wishing you could all undo everything. Almost like everything that was praised, everything that was said, all the accolades, it's all meaningless anyways. What's real? What do I say? What do I care? How do I put this energy to use, I say. Damn, another day gone, wasted, down to this mind, oh so slippin'. Slowly getting better, increasing the strain and complexity of my life, saying it's okay, wishing more than anything for it to be true. Man. Yeah. 8:20, 8:19 p.m. I don't know. I have way too much energy right now. Yeah. And it kind of feels almost like I got like an espresso shot right to my brain. All of a sudden, my heart's pounding, stomach's giving me a little bit of adrenaline rush. Got that feeling in my stomach, you know what I mean? Weird, man, so weird. Like, you know those butterflies you get when you're excited? I don't get it. What's my stomach doing? Stop laughing. Oh my gosh. Would love to know what the fuck is going on, truthfully. I'm gonna take it right now. But damn,
Um, Going through hot and cold flashes almost. It feels like not really cold, but like I got warm, man. Got this warmth coming in from my stomach. Feels really nice. I didn't take anything other than everything that's standard. Maybe I should look at some of the warning labels on some of the new medications that I got from urgent care. See if they're affected by grapefruit juice and if they change like blood pressure and stuff. Cause it might be building up things in my system, and that could be bad. You always want to be careful. If you're taking grapefruit juice or anything like that, gotta be careful. Quite often it reduces how quickly you can take something out of your system by detoxifying it through the liver or kidneys. And so it has the potential for making something be much stronger than it normally would be, which can be dangerous, extremely dangerous. Like, don't do SSRIs and drink grapefruit. Dangerous, especially if you're taking MOAIs, like anything to do with DMT or ayahuasca. Really not the best idea to have grapefruit juice. Just don't do it. Very likely you might give yourself serotonin syndrome and die. So, be careful about that. But yeah, my stomach's been weird. It's like it has pains, and then it doesn't have pains, and then it does, and it doesn't. And then I'm going from like way down to way up. And I haven't changed anything. I've just been keeping my stuff going. Some basic stuff. Like I went to urgent care today, but I went and hung out over at the library. For a little bit, got my medication, came back home, went to Fry's, got some food to go cook. I cooked that food. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Really nice to just listen to some music and cook, just dance around. It's pretty fun. It really was. I liked it. And then I think that was right about after I took the first Zofran or whatever, but I didn't have any grapefruit juice before that point. Let me think here. So yeah, I ate the food, did my chores. Oh no, actually, Mom just said, oh no, I did feed the cats. Threw away the food. I haven't eaten since then, truthfully. I don't plan on it. Those are massive burgers, like just fucking massive. Each one of those would have been an absolute unit burger, probably like a fucking full pound burger. No joke. Filled with bacon and crushed red pepper, rosemary, hot Italian sausage, some 80-20 ground lean beef, a little bit of oil, medicated oil. Did I mention bacon? Because, yeah, I put bacon in there. Shit was dope. I've got physical therapy tomorrow. And I'm kind of looking forward to it and kind of also dreading the very inevitable pain that will be caused. I think, honestly, Monday, Thursday's like pretty good. Keeping that kind of going. I kind of look forward to it on Monday. Truthfully, I thought, oh man, I don't want to do this on Monday, but like, I don't know, it gives me energy, and truthfully, my overall mental well-being was a little better this week, and continuing to just walk around Goodwill and store combined with some music was pretty decent for a coping mechanism. I mean, it's not like I was crazy, but got me through the day. I didn't need too much cannabis. I just used my regular medicated cannabis oil, which is very, very small like less than a milligram for like 4 teaspoons. So really, it's just kind of having oil with like THC would be what I was thinking, but like I bet you CBD would be pretty significant because of like how much THC probably vaporized off while I was making it as a result of it being on the stove for that long. So more than likely it would only be like those higher vaporization temperature cannabinoids that are left over. I'm thinking probably anything over 100 or probably 360, 380, somewhere around there. Probably vaporized off. So anything that's above that would still probably be in there. CBD happens to be in that category of liking to stick around until pretty high temperatures. I forget what it actually boils at. I think it's like 360 exactly. Could be wrong about that. I don't know. So it might end up being that it was only around the 200 or low 300 marks. I really don't know what the temperature was. So really, depending on what the temperature was when it was on the stove and doing its thing, really depends on ultimately what results I get. I really wish I had like a mass spectrometer or some sort of like thing to be able to test the individual cannabinoid profile of it, because it's okay. It's not amazing, but yeah, like because dependent on the cannabinoid profile of what you're ingesting also depends on what your gut flora will end up doing with it. And what type of oil it's attached to. Like if you have MCT or like coconut oil, it can significantly increase certain loads of cholesterol in your body. But what I noticed is that for me personally, it did seem when I was doing my keto, kind of almost intermittent fasting thing, while I was doing that back then, it calmed it down a lot more. It was a lot different. Like I felt energy spread out from within my stomach. And this one, it's more like, I don't know, wham bam, thank you ma'am. It's a very different. Yeah. I do need to get the heck out of here, though. Start coming up with plans to do stuff myself. A little difficult, as I don't have any money. We'll see what happens. It'll take time. Time is on my side, luckily. I don't know about the other people out there, but for me, it's on my side still. As far as I'm aware. I'm not sure how long I'll live. I could die tomorrow in my sleep. I don't know. I mean, it's not very likely. As you get older, you start weighing those sleeps, man. Like, man, this it gonna be 4 hours? Am I gonna wake up this time in 4 hours or 8 hours? What's gonna happen? Am I even gonna wake up this time? Man, my heart's been doing its thing. Ugh. I'm tired. So tired. I don't know if people, like, when you get older, you might actually get, like, somewhat touch of anxiety trying to sleep because you're afraid of dying in your sleep. I think anybody is just afraid to die, truthfully. Damn well should be. It means the ending of you. And even with people that try and become immortal by fame or fortune or whatever, really don't matter much to the individual's lives that continue to go on. At best, you end up just becoming a passing note, only to be remembered mostly by historians. By far and away better to be talked about by a policy that you changed or a great, huge uplifting to the current psyche. You know, like just real things that truly shaped humanity moving forward. And that's difficult because you never know what that's going to be. Could be music, could be a building, a new type of steel, I don't know. You never know what it's going to be. That's going to be like the next evolution forward. Everybody wants it to be quantum computing, but you look at that, it's not exactly easy to do. Although looking at some of these laser-controlled, like, supersymmetrical states, I'm like, I wonder how easy it would be to turn one of these things into a quantum computer. And they're talking about destabilizing to stabilize plasma. Ooh. I don't know. Science gets me, man. Some things can be counterintuitive to what you assume when it comes down to science, especially once you start getting into, like, higher up in the food chain on the, like, you know, experimental side of the science. Things start turning weird. Real weird. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, I wonder what's gonna do, what's gonna be what I'm gonna do later. What it is gonna be. I keep trying to come up with some bullshit about saying I'm gonna do this or do this. But I'm happy to be working on myself and coping as best I can. Currently, it feels good to feel like I'm succeeding and accomplishing, moving forward in a general direction again, instead of feeding that fantasy of addiction, or addiction to the fantasy. Yeah, I don't want to think about that. I'm happy right now. I'm pretty much in the moment, man. Like, damn. Having a hard time not being in the moment. Jeez, what the fuck is going on? Would love to know. Didn't do any meditation. Anyways. Yeah, I still have my fears. I mean, it takes time. Kind of want to gain a little confidence back, lose a little weight, participate back in life, talk to friends, before I try and jump back into that deep end. swim around in Crazy Town, loving each love, habits above, pretending like it's all okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Feels nice to forget and escape. But you gotta be careful. I don't really know what to do. I'm liking series of unfortunate events. God damn, I want to kill Carmelita Spatz. Okay, kill is a strong word. I want to punch her in the face and make her cry like a little bitch. And say, that's what bullying does, you little bitch. That's what you get for it. Don't be a dick. Don't be a bitch. Stop being an asshole that wants to bully others. But, you know, that's me. Use bullying against somebody else that's bullying. And then people go, oh, well, that's just not the right way. You gotta be all nice and things and say stuff the right way. Sometimes you just want to bring the pain, man, and make them sway on their feet until they drop down and defeat. And pray they'll get away in time before it's all done and over with. It makes me feel like I have some control over the damage I suffered. If for just a little bit. Like I'm able to punish those that hurt me while at the same time changing the world for a better place. Psychologically, so blissful and peaceful. I love that word. But you see, violence begets violence begets violence. And it is true, we do have to stop it. There is no such thing as a end once and for all of any kind, even if we were to make the economy fall, divvy up all of our assets and come up with new lines in the sand to draw. People are still gonna be greedy. Childish and petty. Unfortunately, a lot of that's down to the people around them and the situation they're in too, making it okay, because they get away with it. Anyways, I'm gonna listen to this. You guys have your own fun. I'll just sign off here. Oh, well, you know what? I usually wait until 11. I'll do that. See if I come up with some other shit to talk about. 11:46 p.m. Some of the effects earlier are coming off. Definitely seem to have calmed down. I have a feeling people think I did something, when in reality I've been in my area doing nothing. Songs nobody did in the dark. What do you refer to? What did I do? Want my kid, apparently, but... Oh, that's right. What happened last fucking 2017? What the fuck happened? Let's see here. Apparently my house got broken into and my cum rag got used, is what my my subconscious is saying right now. And then there were multiple moments apparently where I don't really remember quite well, but distinctly kind of remember feeling like something was going on with me while I was both asleep / awake in this house. Multiple times I may have been raped. So, those are the delusions I have to deal with. Yay. Yeah. My head knows what you're doing. I don't know. I felt like everybody could just disappear and go off and do their own damn thing and leave me the fuck alone. You don't need my ideas. You don't need me to be a leader. You don't need anything about me. No one does. But I need me, and I need to learn to love myself first before I go off and try and love someone else. It's just not a good idea. If you don't love yourself, then how would you know to love another person? I know you feel good, but do you know how to act? Do you know how to treat each other right? I don't know who's following me, what their age is, what they did, what they said, how they were doing things, or anything like that. All I know is that I kept talking in my house and shit kept going down. I thought I was fucking delusional. If there is some truth to it, you're the one that's gonna have to tell me. Otherwise, I'm ignoring it, pretending like it never happened. 'Cause that's the safe part right now. But I'm gonna grieve my loss. I don't really know really what the next step is, because currently I'm just building up coping skills right now, just trying to go through the day. It's difficult to say what it is or isn't that I can do. Because I don't know. I've just never tried to push myself outside of basically doing the regular stuff because that was hard enough. And then I turned myself into dust over time, getting crushed by my thoughts, feelings, and regrets. Yeah, I don't know. Man, I thought everybody just wanted to go. And it sounds like everybody wants me to just love everybody. And I go, do you not know what went down in 2017? I understand that shit was intense, but it was also intensely crazy. It was one of the worst kind of things that you could do mentally. I can't put myself through that, and I certainly never want to put someone else through it again. I don't know if I'll ever be able to learn to trust myself, truthfully. It's something I live with pretty often. Am I going to be the crazy guy that starts to order everybody around? Or the one that tries to control everything and just make everybody down?
When is it gonna change? I keep trying. Get up in the morning, making sure I do my shit best I can, slowly adding more onto my plate best I can. Seems like some of these people just broke the right way. Instead of becoming shattered into a million pieces, they got a few jagged edges and started thrusting around. I don't know. Maybe at one point there was that, but I feel like my body got pushed underneath a steamroller. Or my glass, I should say. Woe is me, right? Whatever. Woe is everybody. We kept wallowing in our shit. Seems annoying. You must acknowledge it. And you must acknowledge that it makes you feel a certain way, either sad or happy or anything. But I think it's time to realize that you have to change it eventually. I'm slow as shit. It took me almost a year building up to even get to the point where I was walking around and meditating and taking it. Like, I'm slow. I really am slow. And I get lots of setbacks because I'm constantly in an environment. But, I'm working on it. I came up with a plan. Thing is, not everything's so great when it comes down to it. Got this nagging suspicion that some people think I did something, failed the mission. But I feel like we just realized it was far more complicated than possible. You want to know how to top everything? Tank everything just before it can rocket into World War III. That's the best way to stop it. Countries don't fight if they don't have the money to fight. They have to save their own skins. Unless you're North Korea, in which case you just end up slave laboring the entire thing to get your military to the point where people actually try and recognize you. Then you use threats and aggression to get what you want. Oh wait, that sounds like America. Ha! This is really not that bad. As bad. I'm not gonna say America is the same as North Korea. There's no way. But damn, if there are some similarities. I don't know. Everybody wants me to say, oh, I'm going to do this, oh, I'm going to do that, or I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm still figuring my ass out. I'm 27. Don't even know what I like anymore. My brain got screwed with. Seriously can't even remember what the fuck went down in 2017 half the time, and hell, half the time last week I don't really remember much of what I was doing or saying or thinking. That's one of the reasons why I'm pretty scared of getting dementia or Alzheimer's or something. Memory problems I have. Oh, but you recall some things. Yeah. Some things are so weird they stand out in your mind. You know what I mean? Like they're just abnormal.
Like, I thought there was some secret ass ninja shit going where people are stealing my shit in this house and using it and abusing it, and then they come and pretend, and then they mix my shit around. And the thing is I started asking for it, thinking it would help. It's not a good idea, let's put it that way, to continue forward delusions like that. If it's a stalker or some secret organization fucking around with your shit. I mean, I was desperate for love and attention. The idea that there was someone out there that was that significant, big appeal. Though I got some of my self-worth back. And I got real with myself. As best I can. I realized I was looking in all the wrong places. Doing all the wrong things. I'm not really ready for love right now. But I don't know. I'm always open to it, right? It's not really something that I actively seek out or any sort of way. And in fact, it doesn't matter how good a woman looks or how cute she is or if they hit all the right markers. My mind just immediately shuts it out. Oh, you're real. In front of me. At best, you'll be able to get to be my friend. That's what sucks about it. Because there are times I want more. It feels like I'm stuck alone, but it's kind of needed right now. I need to focus a little more on my treatment and make some big moves. Try and push forward my life in some direction, hopefully. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see what happens with the DMT. The 4-ACO DMT. I will be waiting until I get that to even think about starting to apply for jobs again. Which I need job. I do. It would be nice to just sell my soul to the devil. Nah. I was never much into religious extremes and people that tend to think that they're good enough to be on one side or the other and rule the entire world. Usually aren't really the best people to associate with. No offense. But like, you know, I don't know. I personally love the idea of changing the world to be a better place. Whenever I think about it, I'm like, the entire world has to change. It's not just one state or your local government or just the people at the top. Corruption is so systemic. Abuse of power, abuse of people, it's everywhere. You see it, you mimic it, and it brainwashes you into thinking it's okay. Especially if it's started from an early age. Come up with these weird ass excuses, justifications. In reality, ultimately it's tied back to some problems. You really need to address, man. I don't know whose fucking corporeal form or whatever the hell I jumped into, but god damn, dude, a lot of people seem to have like the hots for children these days. It's like, where the fuck did this shit come from? And you look at some of their past, it's like, oh, well, they were probably abused sexually too. told it was alright. Got groomed. The sad part is, it ain't the church just alone. It's everywhere you look. Even in your own home. Yeah, ordered the death of millions. Is that so different from the man at top who has the big button? Saying it's for the good of a nation? Or the people? As they go up in flames. Their minds and dreams of big aspirations never going to be achieved. Too often I see this travesty. People not wanting to help humanity, want to get famous, want to get money, recognition, everything that comes with it. Fuck, I felt that pull too. It's so empty. Filled with jealousy, rage, incompetency, bigotry, and fucked up sexualities. Perverted things going on underneath doors and in between sheets. Things that should never happen. Hee hee. All under the guise of it's okay. They're at the top. That's what they say. Just another day. This is America. But this is the world. From the top to the bottom. Yeah. It's going to be a rough couple of days here. I have a feeling I'm going to get... I really feel like I'm going to get bombarded with either... Because I'm just trying to listen to music and have a good time, but I'm going to have a very serious problem with my delusions, I think, in the future here, as they want me to apparently show up or do something or whatever it is. It's got to chill, man, and wait. Fucking... Don't you hesitate to move on forward with your life, get better, get more people, take on a boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't give a shit. I'm not your boss. I'm not your father. And if I am, goddamn, where the hell did that happen? I'm sitting over here in my goddamn dark room trying to figure out what's going on in my mind. Trying to listen to someone just coming up with rhymes. I understand it. They can make you feel a little better for a while. Distraction to the truth around you. Eventually, you gotta face that truth. And say, I'm not gonna let it happen anymore. Not today. Not anymore. It's gonna end. Hip hip hooray! You want the truth? I'm working my shit out. Don't know who I am, don't know what I am. Ain't got no clue as to how to proceed forward. I'm working every damn day to just try not to slip back into old ways. It's hard. It's a drug. I have to push. I cry. I hold back tears because I say I shouldn't cry over something so small. But trust me, it's big to you. And you can all get fucked, as far as I'm concerned. Anybody telling me their point of view so damn easy for you. Live a day in the life of my shoes. Fucked up mind. Overtime. Every single day thinking about anything. Don't want to remember anything. It all just reminds you all the same. And a place, no matter what, seems to go up in flames. You say, this is fine. It's okay. Another day. But eventually, it all comes to a halt. Eventually, that monster rears its head. Eventually, you don't get to run no more, or hide no more. Guess what? Time to pay up. Your head's gonna take you for a ride. You got no place to hide. You're going down. And you're not gonna have any fun. Ain't no toboggan ride. As you fly high in your mind, trying to escape from the times that you've seen so abused, you just can't seem to lose anymore this hope. It's so dope. Man, almost like a rope around my goals, carrying me forward, floating like up. Pixar, baby, you know it. Still looking down at that ground, knowing this is just all in your mind. Eventually, that balloon pops and it's time. Pay your Pied Piper. Follow that madness. See the insanity inside me. Growing, furnishing, flowering. Is it insanity? Is it love? Anger? Humanity? Hell, maybe even empathy, if I could muster that one up. Had to look at so many perspectives just to give myself the ability to change my mind and not waste my time trying to get angry at every little thing a person does or says. My expectations of the world so broken doesn't even matter. Jaded at everything around me. Jealous of all those above me. These thoughts, these emotions so negative, take you down that ride again. Slip and slide along those riverbanks, hoping your canoe don't capsize. Then you got your rough ride with rocks all around you, bumpity bump bump bump. Oh, you've drowned, dude. You want to talk about imagery, about how you're so great. Look at all these things I did. Whatever. Did it change anything? Aren't you still the same kid? Rhyming about the same shit? Saying I'm so good, look at all I did? Time and again, I see the same fucking mistakes. Trying to put accolades in front of actual plays, man. Granted, what can I say? I'm sitting here in my dungeon. In a dark room, pretending. I'm so great myself. Barely able to participate in this life that we call society. oh so broken, like lightning across that sky, so many ways that you can die. Good luck if you get away, good luck if you know. I'm happy for you. It's the truth. You start seeing the life that I ruined for you. I'm sorry, I am. For everybody, I'm sorry. And everything. There's not anything I can do to make up for it. It's nothing I can say. I can only give my actions day by day. Try and change my ways. Grow a little bit. See a little bit. Feel a little bit. Search a little bit. Wonder about that sky I see so damn high. All those stars around me so damn much I can't see no more what's around me because I live in this fantasy. Wanting to be up there, wanting to see what's right, wanting to see what's clear to me as it can be. What's right and wrong right in front of me. Want to share with the whole damn world. Seems like it's corrupt and they don't give a shit anymore. Just give up. Let them roll over and die. Who gives a shit? It's just this generation. Right? We'll find another Earth. Populate that. Destroy it too. Move on to the next. Oh wait, how are we going to terraform? How are we going to make it happen? Well, just take from the poor and buy it. But guess what? That shit ain't happening. And you certainly going to die on this planet just like the rest of us. Unless you're special enough. Take everything with a grain of salt. Prepare your kids for the future that's going to destroy them as best you can. Be nice, be kind, be open. Give yourself time, be patient. Don't let them fuck up everything if you can. But realize mistakes have to happen. You can't hold their hand. Things will go down sometimes. But if you raise them right, I have to imagine with you by their side, they might get up. Start trying. You gotta have support. Gotta have push. Gotta have those boundaries. I know people can do it by themselves. It's true. But you ain't in that bell curve avenue. You probably on those extreme sides, ringing all the time, saying that you're so great because you're so rare when, hell, everybody else is over here. I don't know, man. Seems like a party designed to stop you from even seeing what's in front of you. Alright, I'm gonna read it. Oh wait, read it? Not read it. Stop it here. Alright, bye-bye. Well, I should say this. I am gonna get outside, I am gonna do things, I am gonna make myself get better, and I'm gonna fucking do it, man. I can't lie here and take it down. Neither should you. And honestly, how I tried to manipulate everything is just bad. Couldn't admit my own damn mistakes. I need to be perfect. Have all the plans, everything else. Need to be number one, carry it all. Couldn't fucking delegate, man. And when I did, it was so dumb. Feel like a giant failure to the world, man. More ways than one. I've lost a lot of my shame about my situation, but damn if it doesn't hurt from time to time. Knowing there are people that will just ostracize you for no fucking reason, but damn if if that's just about everybody these days. Like, everybody is hating on everybody and no one wants to fucking say, hey, you know what? You're just like me, a fellow human being. You know, as long as you're not killing anybody, raping anybody, diddling kids, and you ain't hurting your certain significant other or others, unless, you know, that's their thing, then fuck off. Why are we saying anything? I don't get it. That annoys me. All this yelling and biting and scratching over arbitrary things made up by some man. The saddest part is that it's still happening. Yeah. Good night.